They say success is the best revenge. Heard they were sleeping again, say it no more.
He's gone. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson.
To leave home, that's on you. Pay my dues, don't get it confused. That's all on you. Champagne, popping like a Uzi. It's about 3, just left out a hoorays. Movie, nigga, just made a Blu-ray. Running from the lady outside selling bouquets. OG, only flower that I want. You could keep that sour in your blunt sheet. Looking for the nose candy, Willy Wonka. Money don't grow, feel like
Everybody knows you not feel left out. Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out. Cause ever since I left the city,
Crypto YouTube. How's it going? Crypto Stud here with another banger. Long overdue video. I'm sorry, I apologize. After surgery, after my last video, I pretty much got sick. Had to recover from that. Voice was shot. You know, I've just been taking a beating this last 2 months, so hopefully things will start to recover and get normal. I am in the process of packing and moving as well. It's a new beginning for me. So exciting things to come, but it's been taking up a lot of my free time, and you know, free time normally is meant to be doing YouTube videos and other things. So any free time I have has been working on the trading bot, which I do have good news for, which I will bring later in the video on the news of the trade bot and how things are going, kind of like how the system of MEXC is going completely. Like I spoke in my previous video, I'm not going to be really publicly releasing the MEXC trade bot. I might put it up for sale if I can make it look better, UI, easier to install, easier to use, etc., etc. But the route I am going to go is the Bybit API, USDC trading. The fees are about the same as MEXC fees. The only issue is that Bybit doesn't have as many trading pairs as MEXC does, so that is a little bit of a buzzkill for us, but still, nonetheless, you know, we trade on. But the bot's doing really well. I can't wait to show off the progress of it, what it's done. I'm fine-tuning it a little bit more. Had a couple hiccups with it, fixed that, and it's been running really nicely. It recovered nicely from the hiccups I made, so I'm super excited to show that off to everybody as well. And there's still a lot more work to be done in it, but just do know that it is getting there. And I'm gonna probably start middle of next week the Bybit API integration, and run that for a couple weeks and see the results. It's just, bot trading is very time consuming, and that's where we're at right now. The system's complete. I'm going to kind of go over a little bit of the signals and stuff that I have set, the win percentage of them. I did run a full back test for all the asset pairs that I'm using, and the results were pretty good, about 80 to 85%. Some were a little lower, 76% or so, but none under 70%. So win rate at the lowest was 76%, and the highest was about 92%. So phenomenal results. It's a slow grind, slow build. It's not going to make you millions of dollars right off the first trade, but it will almost double your account within a week. We're about a week from a couple hiccups that I've had, but almost to a week, and it's almost doubled the account. Future performance don't have past performances, so that's the only iffy thing to this, which as time goes on and we work with this and evolve with the markets, I'll be able to really get a pretty much an edge of how this performs and how better or hopefully get it even better than it is, regardless of what the conditions of the markets are. But again, when I did do the back test, I did it over a range of a year, and the back test did pretty well, phenomenally well. I will show a little bit of that later as well, but I don't really have anything for housekeeping. I'm not going to get too much in news. We do have a couple reports coming out tomorrow. Let me pull that up real quick. Nothing too crazy though, report wise. I feel like we'll just have a kind of a consolidation point right now before we start moving back up more. Tomorrow's Thursday. Let me pop this over here. Let me switch the mode here for us. All right, now we get all the junk out of the background. But we do have retail sales, unemployment claims, and core retail sales, unemployment claims. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And then Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, which won't really do much for us. I'm thinking the unemployment claims will. If this is high, the Fed might need to pivot even more on their rate cuts, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, anyway, so I'm not going to do any news articles today. I kind of want to stay away from that. I want to make this, I want to make it as short as I can, but also have a lot of info in it. And it probably will be about an hour long because I really want to I want to dive deep into the bot, and I don't really want to get into other things, news related articles, spend 20 minutes on news items when, there's certain things I want to really get into more so. So we are going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at DXY, S&P, and then we're going to venture over to Gevo. If you guys recall, in one of my previous videos, I was speaking of that and pulled up a chart when it was 40 cents. It has now lifted off to the future, to the moon. It doesn't have Bitcoin gains, but for a stock to rally like it has been wonderful. I'm very excited for the future of it. I've been holding it for quite a long time. Didn't really get to sell as much as I wanted to in the last bull run of it. So, it happens. But when you have really strong thought and a future to a stock that you really like, you just kind of have to hold out on it and hopefully the future for it is better. But especially when the charts look great, you have to buy, you have to purchase it, you have to take the trades. That's the only way you get better as a trader. So anyways, just so everybody knows, Market Experts Trading is the trade group we're in. We're killing it every day. We're crushing it every day. The bot is going to crush it every day as well. Really can't wait to show that to y'all. But yeah, let's drop into this. So we're gonna hit stocks first here. Let me pop this open real quick. Let me mute these real quick because it's setting the signals in. Oh, didn't want to do that. Just mute these all real quick. Yeah, these are the actual strategies being ran. So you can see 85, 81, 80, 81, 77, 79, 82, and 81 right there. Pretty nice to see there. And those are shorts too. Shorts are a tad bit more risky, but let's get into it. I did lose a chart. Yeah, we'll do it off this. So I did find my old chart for Bitcoin, and this circle up here still exists. And then all these little teeny circles I had throughout while I've been talking and speaking and opening up my YouTube channel. I felt kind of bad not having it last video, so I'm glad I did kind of find it. It looks like it is missing some items, but you know, unfortunately I kind of bombed some of the charts while I was trying to get ready for the bot trading signals and such, and unfortunately it was casualty of it, right? So DXY, we almost got where we wanted, and then we're taking off now, which is crazy to see that there's actually strength in the dollar while Bitcoin's moving up as well. But the markets have been pretty crazy lately. They just had very strong bullish momentum, and you just kind of you can't deny it that things have just been going up, and up. But yeah, let's check out this and see what we can see here. I mean, this still was a pretty darn good reversal. You know, this general area, I really wanted it a bit lower. Right below that, the swing fill this low right here. But, you know, it is what it is. That's how it happens. Sometimes it gets front ran, and it definitely got front ran. This looked beautiful. It still looks pretty darn good on the weekly. I mean, this is kind of what I would like to see for Bitcoin. You know, in the phase that we are right now with Bitcoin, we obviously won't see that, but seeing, you know, a stock or anything kind of sitting like this for juxtapose is very bullish. And, you know, the process of that, it just took off. We had a bullish divergence there, took off there. We are starting to top out on these higher time frames. Volatility is starting to max out as well on the day. This hasn't confirmed yet. We still have a full day before that actually confirms. Both of those, the top out volatility and the top out red bar that we see. So, you know, this might not confirm. We might erase this and then continue going higher. We could go a bit higher, a little bit higher over here. Let's see, the last time we went that high, I don't think we have, well, we have this one right here. Yeah, we went just a bit higher. This one was a bit higher too. We did kind of just continue to trend up even when that was really high. This one we didn't trend up though. We actually came down from that. So not as consistent as crypto is. And I noticed that Juxtapose seems to work a lot better on crypto assets more so than stocks. I did take a couple stocks and see if I could automate it with the bot really well, and I did run into a couple issues with it. So I really feel like Juxtapose was, and you know, when I did create Juxtapose, it was based on me using it for crypto. That's what the whole point of it was. But I still use it for stocks. It's still usable for stocks. It's usable for anything, but it does much better with crypto, much better. Anyway, so the daily is starting to top out a little bit, not confirmed. The 12-hour is starting to top out as well, which is great. You know, this topping out for us is great. We're getting a lot of bullish or bearish divergence on the higher time frames here as well. So this is starting to get pretty heavy and pretty bearish. That looks all bearish as well. Yeah, that doesn't look pretty at all either. Pretty bearish for me too. So I'm thinking maybe the 2 hours probably looking a little healthy for us. Nope, that's still starting to top out as well, but we do have a swing fill pattern with that on Juxtapose. But overall, the dollar looks like it's weakening, and we also have a bearish divergence on the hour as well. So all in all, not beautiful, not pretty. We did have a nice run back up, you know, a small run back up. We've been going down for so long, so it's nice to see somewhat of a rally. I really would have liked to have seen this hit a little bit better and then have a stronger bounce, because this kind of looks choppy. It looks really ugly if we come back down here, and we'll definitely fail this area. I would assume us to go probably around this area right here if we do lose this. So let me go ahead and pop. I'm going to go ahead and put this line here. All right, and then we'll just say, you know, if we fill that area, we're looking for this area. Whoops, my circles aren't good right now. So something like that, right? Yep, let's save this. Okay, now let's look at S&P. S&P's on a tear as well. This is going to be really hard to really give an opinion other than going right back up. Weekly's looking beautiful still too, so I don't really see any reason. I don't see any reason to panic. This is looking a lot better than the dollar, that's for sure. Yeah, it's looking bullish for me. The day and the 12-hour are starting to turn over just a little bit, but not enough. 10-hour is looking pretty darn good too. We could turn back up, curve back up, and go right back up. Let's see, we had a bearish divergence play out. Got a little bit of a move there, not bad. Let's see. So we are due for a tad bit of a pullback, but I really think that the weekly is looking beautiful. I really like this weekly. The weekly will take a little time to play out, so this has time for these lower time frames to actually cool off and take a break. But overall, it's looking beautiful. I still like the 2-hour a lot on this. Yeah, so we got this nice little order block right here we bounced off of. Not bad. But overall, S&P is looking pretty darn good. Maybe a minor pullback over in this area, swing fail this area right here, and then another test of the high again, right? So, okay, so let's check out Bitcoin here. Let's see what we can find. There we go. Okay, so with Bitcoin, I did speak about this many videos ago of us getting up to this area, all-time high, and swing failing the all-time high. So this is still in the cards for me of a position I would take. I really want to see us get up here and look for a good short to take. Probably wait till it swing fails, comes back into the range, and then if it does come back in the range and we get some higher time frame candle closures back into this area right here under these candles right here, I'll be looking for a nice swing position short on Bitcoin. If we get, you know, one giant candle that comes out at us right off, you know, let's say that this, we kind of chop around here and then we get a nice green candle right here and it just pops off like that, I won't be looking to short it. But if we do get somewhat of a candle, you know, a green candle like this, and then we start pulling back into this area, it would be a good little short to take. I'm not quite sure we go back down to the bottom of the range. Let's check out what Juxtapose on the weekly is looking really good. So I don't really see it as, you know, you short up here and you take it all the way back down here, but time could change that. But right now for me, if we were to wick up there and take this area right now, I wouldn't be holding a short for super long, maybe back into this area right here, the middle of the range again, and then taking profits off of it. And then going from there, right? Let's check out the daily. Daily's starting to top out just a tad bit. Overall, it's not confirmed yet. So the same thing as like the dollar, it's not confirmed yet. But this is starting to top out on us. Let's check out the 12-hour. 12-hour has bearish divergence going on right now. We have two sets of it. So that does look a little weak for us to see that. I do want to see where the weekly P as well. So this is starting to top out as well. These higher time frames are really starting to top out on us. We might not get the all-time high until we have somewhat of a move down first. 8 hours looking really rough too. Starting to confirm the top out for it as well. Let's check out that last top out signal on the 8 hour from Juxtapose. Look at that, beautiful. And then the last one after that, beautiful. Bottom out signal, awesome. Bit of a move. Bottom out signal, awesome. So overall, this thing slaps. Nice bottom out signal. Yeah, so we should, if it does confirm, I expect us to go back down a little bit lower. We're going to see where the weekly P is as a possibility for us to take it down to, let's see. We do have an old area of resistance right here that has flipped to bullish or a support area for us. So we could technically say that this could be an area we look for it to pull back from right here before we make another move up. So I like this area right here, 64, 65 area is looking really nice. Let's see. What else we got? I don't really see anything else. The 6 hour doesn't look as bad. Let's see the 4 hour. 4 hour looks okay. Still, these higher time frames are looking pretty bearish, so I would expect us to have somewhat of a pullback. Let's see. Oops. Let's go to the 2 hour. Let's find the weekly P real quick. See where that is. See if we tagged it this day. Weekly P is right here. We actually have not. We tagged it already. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, we already tagged. We literally we got front ran on Sunday. Ooh, that's tough. I would say we could target weekly P, but I just don't see us getting back all the way down there. That'd be very difficult. I'm really looking for this area right here. I think this is a good area to pull back into. Let's see if we have. Let me pull this up, and let's go to high block real quick. So I did see we had about 400 on this earlier today. Didn't quite get the 500 as like where I really like to see a reversal coming from high block. Didn't quite get that, but let's see. We're at 360 now. I mean, these higher time frames are looking pretty darn bad. So that just makes me believe that we are due for a pullback. 342. 337. Yeah. I'm really thinking we are due for a pullback. I would like to see 500 for that. XO is right here. Let's pull this up. I might have to log back in. Oh, no, maybe not. Do we have a Dalton set up for today? No, we have no Dalton today. So yeah, I don't really see any concern for this to go higher. I would look for us to pull back a bit. So I am leaning a bit bearish on Bitcoin for the moment, temporary, but I want to see us pull back over in this area right here, and I really want to see us break out to all-time highs. That's ideally the end goal right here, and then assess and see what we need to do, what looks good, and how we can trade that, right? So let's look at Gevo now. Let's take a look at Gevo. I'm going to put a little snippet in here from my video of looking at Gevo, and you can see when I spoke about it and how wonderful it is. Now this is sitting at 350 right now, so this is after hour market, so it doesn't, obviously TradingView doesn't post it, so we're about here right now. So this is such a great move up. But here's the video, the snippet of my Gevo analysts a few weeks ago, probably almost maybe 2 months ago or so, actually. It's gonna take me a little bit of time to dig it out, but here it is. So let's check this out. Let's see how things look from a technical analysis standpoint here. So let me I'm gonna take off the drawings because I do have quite a bit of drawings. I'm gonna remove that or remove that. Okay. So the weekly is looking pretty darn good. I wish we had something like this with Bitcoin. Would have been great to see this. We don't though, unfortunately. Daily's looking really well. The only problem is we had a bearish divergence. It looks like it's starting to play out now. Volatility's expanded, topped out. So if we could have some consolidation in here, kind of give us a bull flag, would be nice. Would be really nice. We had a great bounce down here at the bottom. We did swing fill the entire range of this bottom, if I'm not mistaken, or pretty darn close. 50, we'll guesstimate about 53. Well, here, let's see. We'll guesstimate these lows right here, which was about 53-ish, right? I don't want to go too in depth with it. This video is getting really long, but 53. So we could say that technically we did swing fail this low right here, and now it's off to the races. The daily is starting to get a little overextended though. 12 hours looking really beautiful, but the daily and 12 hour have volatility expanded. All right, isn't that wonderful? Anyway, so interesting. Oh, that's from my testing right there. So we're opening up another position right now on my trade bot. Let's see. All right. So look how beautiful this looks though. So the day is starting to turn back over again for us. Check out the weekly. See the weekly. Oh, weekly is full on topping out right now for us. It's hard to really tell, we're sitting at 350. That's the thing with TradingView. It doesn't give you the aftermarket hour price. And I would really like to see that. But from past experience, seeing it like this is never good. You see the last time we had this was much higher. And, we had pretty much a collapse right back down to the bottom. But I do believe this hasn't confirmed yet. This is a weekly, so it hasn't confirmed yet. Now, the heart has confirmed, and the bearish divergence has confirmed. But those it's on the weekly, so those can take some time to play out. The last time we had bearish divergence on this stock, actually, we never had bearish divergence on this stock. Well, we had one here, but I don't know. We had a couple there too, but this is probably a very small move. Boy. Yeah, I mean, it took a little time. It's on a weekly, so it's going to take a bit of time to play out before it starts pulling back. But the United States government did sign a contract with Gevo. You can Google it and see it. There's some conditional terms to it, and I really believe that is the reason why it took off today like it did, and even after hours. After hours, it went up even more, it 50% in after hours. So in my video, I spoke about this. It was literally down here about 42, 45 cents. You can see from my previous video, but this is wonderful. It's great news. So we are starting to come up on this level of resistance that I've had tagged for quite a long time, since the beginning of mankind. So that is something to be careful of, to look for. The daily is looking really darn good though. I don't see reason to take any profits or any reason to really sell any. I mean, it just looks beautiful. I would like to see how Friday goes, and then possibly next week goes, before really deciding if I should take profits off of it or if I should just write it out. I just want to see how the government contract kind of digests with investors who are investing in Gevo. Obviously, it done really well because it went up 50% in after-hour market, but it's tough to see a stock like this go up a little bit and then it just comes down and completely collapses again. Now, there was some reasons, they sold some of their stock to purchase and do things. So I think the good thing about this is the government stepping in and giving them a loan, and that allows them to not have to sell their stock, right? They can leave their stock. They don't have to look for money. They don't have to get money. They don't have to fund their business using this stock. This stock has been funding their business since it started, which, at some point it goes to zero, right? I mean, at some point it is zero and you can't take any more money from it. So it's tough to see it go down as much as it has. But again, like I spoke in my last video, it's the risk reward for me that gets me. I bought more at 40 cents, 45 cents, 50 cents, and the risk reward of 50 cents to zero, or the risk reward of, say, Tesla, not that Tesla is going to go to zero, but the risk reward for Tesla to, Gevo, you can put down here, you can put a bit more risk in this and possibly get a good return, or, less of a chance of losing, right? If you're doing 50 cents a share, where if you're doing Tesla, it's 100 a share, a lot more to lose, or 200 a share. So anyways, that is food for thought on that. that's kind of everything I want to analyze today. If there's something you specifically want me to look at, you can put it in the comments. I would love to look at it and give you feedback on it as well. Always here to help. Always more than welcome to look at stocks anybody might have. So overall, I mean, I'm liking Gevo. I am a bit biased. I do have biased moments, and I would say I have a biased moment now. Now, if this was at $15, I probably would have taken some profits just to be careful, just to kind of not get my hopes up, right? But you know, the same concept. I did this. I bought a whole bunch down here, wrote it up here, and didn't quite get to take as much profits as I wanted to, which, you know, it happens, right? You invest into something and you hope that it goes even higher and higher and higher, and that's when, you know, greed steps in. So even veteran traders have that issue too. It's just what it is, right? It's human condition, and that's how that goes. Anyway, so I want to go ahead and pop over to the bot indicator for longs, which I have right here. So it did take a long earlier, right before I was loading up this video, and profited the $10. Although I think it profited. Let me look. No, it did not. It's still in the trade right now. So no, it's at break even right now. I thought that one profited. One of them profited not too long ago. Anyways, let's see. Let's pull this in. So these are long. For some reason, I forgot a few alerts. I went through and fixed it right before I stopped the video and fixed them. But I didn't have this one running, and I kind of kicking myself for it because this thing just eats. For some reason, this asset, this TAO asset, just does so well. 91%. Crazy. But I did go back and set these up. Let me save these real quick. See, the thing that annoys me with TradingView is when you mess with these scripts right here and you change anything in this code, any of this one or the actual strategy run tester, and you change any of the code, it knocks out all of these. It knocks out all these setups and configurations here for these. It's so annoying, and I hate that about TradingView. TradingView has a lot of like little tidbit like nasty things with it. If anybody ever works with PineScript, you already know it. It's nasty. It's a nasty language, and it just does a lot of weird random just things. Anyways, so these are the rates, the win rates, and the trade setups for the longs that I have going right now. I have 8 of them going, which seems a bit high, and I do agree it is a little bit high. Risk for each one is about 2 to 10 on these, and Bitcoin's about 15%. So, you know, it's pretty much under about 30%. I calculated about 30% of your whole margin. And the margin is based on, you know, your risk percentage, leverage of it, and the margin amount times the leverage will give you the entry of the 15%. So 15% of 500 times 25 gets you the, you know, the, let's see, let's pull this up. Like 1800 or something. Yeah, 1875 is the position size of that. And, you know, it calculates it for you and opens up the position for it. This is kind of what the messages, the API messages being sent to my bot do. So, you know, my bot takes these, digests it, and then enters trades based on whatever this is. So it's nifty. The Bybit one's going to be a lot faster. I'll be sending it directly to my trade bot, and then the trade bot will run the API, Bybit API, and it'll be good to go, right? But yeah, this is where we're at with it right now. I really just want to start on MEXC because it has the lowest fees, and I just wanted to see how I could chip away at the market with these. But the good news is Bybit does have low fees when it comes to USDC, so that's what we'll start with, and then maybe dabble into some of the other ones with some larger trades that take a little longer with more profits, just more profits, you know, more profitable. But in the meantime, you know, 83%, 80%, 89%, 82%, 91%, 87%, 78%, this could be a bit better, and 83%. It's wonderful. Now, On the other side, the shorts are a bit more riskier. Some of them I have taking profit a lot quicker, much lower risk percentage in the trades. But these are the short setups here: 85%, 81%, 82%, 79%, 77%, 81%, 80%, and 81%. Now, you're probably asking me, okay, these look great. But how come the win percentage isn't 95 or 96? Like, we did get 91% for this one on a long, but short, the rate's a little worse. Well, ironically, when I tried to do the same setup for the TAO setup for longs, we're in an uptrend. So of course the longs are going to do a lot better, right? They're not going to do as well as the shorts. The shorts just going to take a beating. So I modified the conditions of what it looks for in order to take trades based on this. Yeah, so when I do like the back tester for this, I get about 79%. Now, I did another one where the win rate was 90. It was like 92% from my last couple trades. These last, like, this only shows X amount of data. It doesn't show the whole back tester of the whole time, the whole year. But when I did do a back test on the initial win rate of 90-something%, I got a bad percentage over a year. So I had to fine tune it to something where, the win rate is still tolerable right now, but what is the win rate over, a year? So over a year on this, starting on 2/1, it's almost a year. It gets slow and sluggish. So I do full year sometimes, and technically it's not even a full year, right? It's only till February till now, but sometimes I'll do January till now, but it just takes so long to load. There's a lot of trades to take, 35 trades just in this little snippet right here. And so there you have it, 80% profitable, pretty darn nice. And I mean, that's even better than my current win rate right now going on. But like I said, this has kind of been in an uptrend lately, so the win rate's a little less. But this is shorts. Shorts still paying. I mean, we're in a bull market, and shorts are still coming in top and paying. Now, the bot will take losses. I'm thinking I might take a loss on the bot tonight, something maybe, which is okay. I'm going to show you the account, the MEXC account with it, just so you get a thought of how that's going. Now, again, I kind of do want to release a MEXC version of this. I really don't know how buggy it's going to be once it goes to the public based on the code I have for it. If I can modify the code a bit more to be more adaptive to MEXC changing its ways, changing its UI interface, then possibly. But I really don't want to risk that. Now, the nifty thing about the MEXC bot is as soon as it gets the message from TradingView, it opens up a position and then you're done. Like, you're not being risked. You're not in risk. Like, you're not waiting for the bot to go in there and close it. It opens up the position, sets a stop loss, and sets a take profit, and ends. And that's it. So if the bot randomly goes down after the position's already in, you're safe. You'll have your stop loss set, you'll have your take profit set, and you're in your position. So it's got some great things to it, and I want to release it because of that. The setup is kind of tedious and annoying, so it would need to be something where I just kind of give you a full guide of what I did and how I did it, a video per se, and then you run with it from there. And so these results are pretty darn nice. This is shorts. Let's go back over to longs and let's look at. So this Teo one is 91% on this side. So let's take a look at what the back test for this is and see. So 91% right there. Yeah, it just takes a while. So 78% profitable. Ironically, it's funny because it's been, like I said, the win rate over here is 91%, but then when you come over here, it kind of drops it down. So this is great for temporary time, but you really have to sit here and mess with this. You still want to have a high win rate on this, but then when you pop the back tester, the deep back tester and test it, that's when you really get the results that you want to see. So, I mean, that's beautiful too. I think the worst one is probably Litecoin after the year or almost a year worth of back testing. It kind of came in about 74, 75. So it's not the best. It could be a bit better. But like, look, average trades per day, 1.7, 2.7, 6. I think this is a little high because I don't think I had that many today. Not that I can think of. But, you know, 1.6 there, 2, 3 a day, 1.6, 2. I mean, it's beautiful. And then on the other hand, the other side, the shorts. So yeah, the system's in place right now. We're going to run it. We're going to see, do I want to add other assets? Of course. Do I want to add better assets? Like, would I rather have maybe something when I do a deep back test like this, maybe something more where it gives me more signals, more trades per day, 5 per day. See, I didn't get that today. So this must be based on a couple days. Cause today I'm in a short right now on Bitcoin. Well, is it in a short right now? No, it's in all longs right now. I'm in a link short at the moment. So here, let me show you my trade positions on the bot. All right, back now. To that. So these are currently the trades it's in at the moment. Now, when I started this account, I had started at $500. Okay, so I started at $500. I kind of gave away earlier how much I've made. But I started at $500. It was probably about a week and a half. Well, let's look. Let's go to. So now it's almost at $800. All right. We're gonna go ahead and pop this up. 796. This is wonderful. Now, the only reason it dipped down here is because I had oopsies. So that was the only problem I had. Now, hold on, I haven't been on. It's a small screen and I don't like seeing it like this. So if we go to today's P&L, recent 7-day P&L, 290. So 288. So here is, I was testing this day, testing. I was testing this day. This day I was testing, or not. It was either I was testing or doing nothing on it. And then Tuesday I started the bot. Wednesday the bot went. Thursday I took a hit, but I had done something and messed up a decimal place, and that really messed things up. And then I took another hit here from something I did with the coding that kind of made it less than it should have been. But technically I probably would have taken like $60 loss on this day, just because there was some losses there. You know, the bot's not going to be perfect. It's not going to get it all the time. But the thing is, you know, consistent gains over time is what we want. So we had $26 that day, $116 that day, $135 yesterday. And then today's been kind of slow. A little choppy. You know, I might take a hit on one of the trades that I'm in, which is fine. You know, it's not going to be 100% all the time, but this looks beautiful. Seeing this go up like this looks beautiful. So time will tell. We'll see how that goes. Here's my actual code bot of it, and it just puts these orders in for you, triggers it. Let me go ahead and send a little test one for y'all to see. So this is going to fail because I'm only doing one, but let me send it. Let's go here. All right, so it navigates to the page. And then you see how it's putting the info in, but of course it didn't do it because I only did $1, right? So it didn't complete it. And then it logs that it's not good. And then it sends a log in here saying that the order wasn't good. So, and then it has a screenshot with it as well. Nifty, right? Nifty tool, huh? So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I might take a couple losses on this, but overall, you know, it's not going to be 100% ever, but, you know, it's trading away. It's trading its heart away. It's doing what it can. Let's look at Teo, just so you can see what it looks like, the trades that it did. So let's see here. Go down to the 5 minute. So it took a short here. Looks like that was a short. Oh, that was a test. I did a test on that one. That's what that was. Oh, maybe not. Maybe those were real ones. Why does it say 1 though? It's weird. Orders filled 1. Oh, got you. It was 1 order that was filled. Yeah, okay, so here it is. Right. So we went short, and then we took profits. See, I didn't have the longs going today. I deleted that alert signal, so we would have to go back over here. These were the buys. So we got a buy here, sold. A buy here, sold. We took a hit there, lost one there. Bought, sold there. Bought, sold there. Buy, sold. Took a hit on that one. Buy, sold, won 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 that one. So overall, came out on top. This was a sell. We took profits. Another sell. Took profits. So pretty nifty. And then also we could just look at order and trade history, right? For this, maybe no position history. So realize P&L 9, 7, 9, 8, 10, 5. And it just goes on and on. The last loss we had was this Bitcoin short earlier today, which I fine-tuned how I did short. So it kind of, I should have probably closed out the position because it was kind of invalidated after I changed that. Yeah, it's 8, 10, 12, 9, 5, 9, 7. Sorry, it's getting late. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really lost too many trades. So it's great to see those results. There's another Bitcoin short. Again, I changed how the shorts are processed for Bitcoin. So, you know, that should hopefully be less. And even if it is, you know, you can have a couple hits here and there as long as it doesn't take out the whole entire account. But yeah, I mean, look, oh great. 23 took a hit there. Again, not 100% always, but for the most part, it will be. Now, I do want to squeeze Bybit API is a little bit better, and I'm hoping that I could possibly squeeze more profits, possibly do like a trailing stop loss, and it just squeezes more profits to possibly make would be great. But we'll see. You know, I want that setup to be a bit different because that won't ever go down. You know, the system will always be up running, so there will be no downtime for that. Where when I created this bot, I kind of thought maybe there would be some downtime with it. So I was like, how can I make this somewhat good, somewhat feasible, somewhat flexible, but still allow it to be able to take trades? And then if it shuts down or breaks or something, then it doesn't matter because the trade's done, the trade's in, the trade's complete, whatever it may be, right? So there's another short right there. Again, this is kind of when I started working on it and fine-tuning it a bit more. But a couple losses. Yeah, these were my big losses when I messed up some things in the coding and stuff. So, but, you know, overall, man, I started with $500. Here we are, 809. I must have taken a trade or something. Or what did it do? Let's see. Oh, we got some pops going now. On some of the trades, some of these trades are starting to come back around. The longs are starting to come back around on us, so that's good. Anyways, I hope this finds you well. I hope everybody's doing good. Shout out to everybody in Florida. I hope you're recovering well. My prayers are out to you. And this is it for me, guys. Pretty not bad, huh? 500 to 809 in a week. I mean, we'll have ran in a week on Friday, and I'm going to be doing the results and giving them to the group on Friday, the full results on Friday. So hopefully by Friday I'm at 1,000. It would be nice to double it. I mean, it might be, technically it's probably a week and a half, but pretty close to a week and almost close to a week and doubling it. So pretty nifty. Anyways, till next time. Peace.